The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the Center for Child Protection. April, y'all, is Child Abuse Awareness Month, and the Center for Child Protection is raising awareness about its campaign, Every Child Deserves to Feel Safe. Amanda Van Hooser is here to tell us more. Amanda, how does CCP support children and families that are affected by abuse?
We are a nonprofit that works with what we call the Child Protection Team, which is law enforcement in Travis County, as well as the Travis County District Attorney's Office, Child Protective Services, and Dell Children's Medical Center, to work in the investigation and prosecution of child abuse. And for us, that's typically aggravated sexual assault of a child or witnesses to violent crime like family violence or homicide. And our job is to start at that very beginning when a child needs to tell an adult what happened to them, or what they saw, what happened that brought them to us.
It's hard to kind of, have an open conversation about it because nobody really wants to acknowledge it.
And you're exactly right. That's why it's so important to talk about it all year long, but we focus on it in April because we don't have a chance to prevent this if we can, as a community, become better at talking about it and realizing that it does happen everywhere, that it can be people you know. In fact, what we know is that statistically 95% of the children who are victimized by people that they do know or people that their family knows.
Absolutely. You told me off camera, prevention just can't happen if education doesn't happen first.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about that, what our community can do to help prevent child abuse and support kids who maybe have experienced it.
Well, the first thing anybody can do is donate, but what I really would like people to do is to become more aware about the issue. Come volunteer at the center. We have a process for doing that if someone's interested. Go to one of our events. Education is the key.
So your resources can be tailored to any age, and you want folks to start talking to their kids maybe as early as 3 or 4.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily about the biggest topics on the board, right? But there are some resources to kind of help guide them along as to what is age appropriate.
How to talk to your kids in general, but how to talk to your kids about sexual abuse are big topics for us, but the key is exactly what you said, starting early. And it doesn't have to be that you're having a sexual abuse conversation with a really young child. It starts with things like naming their body parts correctly. Mm-hmm. It starts with things like talking about the difference between a secret or a surprise. We talk about maybe birthday parties as being a secret, but let's call them a surprise instead of talking about a secret, because generally speaking, when it comes to abuse, secrets are bad.
Absolutely. Such valuable information today. Amanda, thank you.
Thank you.
Learn more about the mission of CCP at centerforchildprotection.org. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by the Center for Child Protection.